Hello my dear students of class 11 science, welcome to biology class. So today we will start the new chapter, plant kingdom. So first of all we will learn about the classification of plant kingdom. So kingdom Plantae is mainly divided into algae and embryophyta. Algae means plant without embryo and embryophyta means plant with embryo. Just break the word embryo. Phyta means plant, embryo having embryo. So plants those who have embryo, they have been classified under embryophyta. Okay, so now algae is further classified into three classes. They are rhodophyceae, red algae, phaeophyceae, brown algae, and chlorophyceae, green algae. And simultaneously, embryophyta, the plant with embryo, is further divided into bryophyta, vascular tissue absent, and into tracheophyta, where the vascular tissues are present. Bryophyta is further classified into liverworts, hornworts, and mosses, and tracheophyta is divided into pteridophytes and spermatophytes. Here, pteridophytes where seeds are absent, and spermatophytes where seeds are present. Now, pteridophytes are further classified into Coelopsida, Lycopsida, Spanopsida, Pteropsida. Clear? And spermatophytes where seeds are present, they are further classified into gymnosperm where the seeds are naked, and angiosperms with seed enclosed in fruit. So gymnosperm is further divided into Cycadopsida, cycads, Coniferopsida, conifers, okay, Zincopsida, zincoels, and Natopsida, nettles. And similarly, angiosperm is divided into dicots and monocots. So this is just brief explanations of the classification of the kingdom Plantae. Okay, so today we'll just go with the characteristics of algae. Clear? We'll learn about the economic importance of algae. Then in the next class we'll learn with the different classes of algae, their characteristic features also. Okay, so today we will go with algae. So algae, first one, habit and habitat. Okay, so when we talk about the habit and habitat of algae, they are generally the chlorophyll bearing simple thalloid, autotrophic, and lastly aquatic organisms. So they bear chlorophyll. Clear? They have thallus. They are autotrophic, which can prepare their own food, and they are lastly aquatic organisms. They occur in a variety of other habitat also, like in the moist stones, in the soil, and even in the woods also. And most of them used to occur in a symbiotic association with fungi, like in algae, like in lichens, or in mycorrhiza also. You can see, not mycorrhiza, like in animals, where we find with the sloth bear also. Okay, their size ranges from the microscopic unicellular form like Chlamydonos to the colonial forms like Volvox, and to the filamentous forms like the Helothrix and the Spirogyra. So we have got different size range of the algae. So from the microscopic form like Chlamydomonas, we have got the colonial form like Volvox, to the filamentous form like the Helothrix and the Spirogyra. So the size range of the algae. Let's talk about reproduction. Reproduction in algae, all right, occurs by means of vegetative mode, asexual mode, and the sexual mode. So first of all, we'll learn about the vegetative mode of reproduction in case of algae. Vegetative mode, where the plants used to multiply, used to propagate by the help of their vegetative propagules. They don't multiply here by means of formation of gametes or by the fusion of gametes. So here in vegetative mode reproductions, algae used to reproduce by means of fragmentation. Whenever they used to mature, they will break into multiple fragments, into several fragments, and each fragment will develop into a thallus. Clear? And will give rise to a new algae. So during fragmentation, like in Spirogyra, okay, so they will break into multiple fragments, into multiple pieces, and each piece will develop into a new thallus, into a new algae. Okay. Asexual mode of reproductions, which takes place without the fusion of gametes or without the formation of gametes. So here, asexual mode of reproduction in case of algae takes place by means of the spores. Okay, and the most common type of spores that will help in asexual mode of reproduction in algae is zoospores. Remember the name, zoospores. Okay, and they are flagellated for motility. That means they bear flagella. So flagellated means they bear flagella, and motility means they are able to move. So these algae are able to move by the help of flagella. So flagella will help in locomotion, in movement. Okay, so motility means they are able to move, and their movement is mainly possible by the help of the flagella. Sexual mode of reproductions, which takes place by formation of gametes involving the fusion of gametes. So sexual mode reproductions, first we have got isogamous fusion, we have got N-isogamous fusion, and we have got oogamous fusion. Okay, so isogamous fusion means where the gametes can be flagellated or they can be non-flagellated. So they can bear flagella or they does not bear flagella, but they will be similar in size. So iso means same. So here the fusing gametes will be similar in size, but they can bear flagella or they does not bear flagella also. Okay, N-isogamous where the fusing gametes will be dissimilar. Clear? Oogamous fusion means the fusion between one large non-motile female gamete with one small but motile male gamete. So these are the different modes of reproduction in case of algae, which takes place means of vegetative mode of reproduction or sexual mode of reproduction, and by sexual mode of reproduction which involve isogamous fusion, N-isogamous fusion, and oogamous fusion. And in oogamous fusion, kindly remember that there will be one large and non-motile female gamete. Non-motile means which are not able to move, and one small but motile male gamete. Motile means which are able to move. Okay, so here we have finished the different mode of reproduction in case of algae also. Now let us talk about the economic importance of algae. Okay, so what are the different importance of algae? So first one, at least half of the total carbon dioxide fixation on earth is carried out by algae through photosynthesis. Since they bear chlorophyll, so they used to perform the process of photosynthesis. So they are the one who are involved in carbon dioxide fixation. So at least half of the carbon dioxide fixation takes place by the help of algae through the process of photosynthesis. Clear? Second importance, they are the primary producers of energy rich compound which form the basis of food cycles of all the aquatic animals. Now what do you mean by primary producers? Producers means those plants which are able to prepare their own food. For example, autotrophs. Autotrophs are called the producers because they are able to synthesize the food by the help of photosynthesis. So algae are also the primary producers, okay, to form the energy rich compound which is to form the food cycles of all the aquatic animals. So they used to prepare the food by the help of photosynthesis. Clear? Third importance, certain marine brown algae and red algae, they produces large amount of hydrocolloids, means the water holding substances. So this brown algae and the red algae, they used to produce the hydrocolloids, the water holding substances. For example, the algin, the brown algae, the carrageen, the red algae, which are used commercially. Okay, so they are mainly used commercially because they are the one which used to produce the substance called hydrocolloids, the water holding substances. The next one, agar, 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 one of the commercial products obtained from Gelidium and Gracilaria. Okay, so these agar are mainly used to grow the microbes and in the preparation of ice creams and jellies. They are also used in one of the technology, okay, which you will learn afterwards, called gel electrophoresis. In that gel electrophoresis also this agar is used. Okay, next one, chlorella and spirulina are unicellular algae. Uni means one, so they be a single cell. So this chlorella and spirulina, they are unicellular algae, they be a single cell. But this spirulina and chlorella, they are rich in proteins and they are used as food supplements. Clear? So since this spirulina, they are rich in protein contents, so they are mainly used as the protein food supplements. Clear? Now they are mainly been grown and they have been utilized commercially also, since they are mainly rich in protein content. Okay, next one, fucus and laminaria. They are the rich source of iodine, and laminaria also have antibiotic properties. So this is just the economic importance of algae. From the next class, we'll just go through the different classes of algae. Clear? So just briefly, we'll go to the classification of plant kingdom one more time. Just remember that kingdom Plantae is divided into two groups. One without the embryo, that is algae, and number two with the embryo, that is embryophyta. Okay, so under algae we have got different classes: rhodophyceae, phaeophyceae, and chlorophyceae. So these three classes of algae: red algae, brown algae, green algae, rhodophyceae, phaeophyceae, and chlorophyceae, we will deal in next class. Clear? We will have to learn about the characteristics along with the examples of these three classes of algae. And embryophyta, we have got bryophyta without vascular bundles, vascular tissue, xylem, phloem, and tracheophyta with the vascular tissues. And on the bryophyta, we have got liverworts, hornwort, and mosses. And tracheophyta, pteridophytes, where seeds are absent, and spermatophytes, where seeds are present. And pteridophytes are further divided into Psilopsida, the Lycopsida, Sphenopsida, and Pteropsida. Whereas spermatophytes are divided into gymnosperm and angiosperm. Gymnosperms, where the seeds are naked without the seed coat, and angiosperms, where the seeds are enclosed in fruits. Okay, so gymnosperms are divided into Psychotopsida, Coniferopsida, Zincopsida, and Netopsida. And angiosperms is further divided into dicots and monocots. Dicot means bearing two cotyledons, and monocots means bearing single cotyledons. Okay, so from the next class we will learn about the different classes of algae along with the characteristics and example. Okay, so this much for today's class. We will continue the same chapter in the next class. Thank you.